Hello, my friend. This is Raj Sharma, your new Cohort 5 supervisor. I'm here with your weekly updates from special education. There are a few things before I go on to our topics. I want to congratulate every single people, every single teacher, paraeducator, or admins, every single person who are involved in making a difference. I saw or I witnessed a very strong first 2 weeks. Thank you. Thank you for giving your heart to the kids. I'm go on to our updates. The first one that I have is regarding the ongoing topic of OLP. I have added the ODLP piece in there. Will try to compare those two, and then we'll go on from there. Next one is cohort 5 office hours and Google Forms questions before you attend the our cohort meetings. Then the next one we have is a transportation and no show in the first week, information regarding iSpire licenses, and a SpEd team meeting with the school sites. So these are our topics that we're going to cover today. So the first one that I'm going to take on is a online learning program. We talked a lot about the provisional acceptance. We talked about abeyance, and we talked about So there is a new piece in there. Is online learning, on demand learning program, and of course there's more instruction on our SFUSD sites. But just give you a brief. A difference. What's OLP and ODL stand for? The daily synchronous instruction is going to be available on OLP, the online learning program, and primarily when you look at the ODLP on demand, is going to be primarily asynchronous instruction. Just when it's come down to support level, you're going to see more support system on OLP, and ODLP is going to have very minimal support, but the key word both are independent learning. Okay, and we talked about the 7 question, how crucial those questions are when we're talking, thinking about OLPs even. So I know a first question that we have. One question is around medical conditions, but there are 6 questions around faith. I want to make sure you understand, those all 7 questions are crucial. If we, as a team, we think about medical condition, and initially I was in same boat, thinking more, okay, man, what do I do if somebody have CDC diagnosed medical conditions? My recommendation, if we are worried about medical conditions, think about the option of home hospital. Okay, that's a good option up there. That's HHI options are pretty good if we are just having if we are just worried about the medical conditions. But if we feel like there is a medical conditions, and we can meet the FAPE, of course, the options of OLP is there. At the same time, the ODLP, if we have students who are kind of independent learner, they need very minimal support. That point in time, the ODLP is a good option. Okay, uh, looking at both situation, I feel very strong that we have option or continuum to support. The other differences could be like a small group instruction that we have in OLP or online learning programs. That's an options, but I don't see that option on the on-demand learning program. So, but I mean, of course, you have weekly check-ins, and checking about the grade and monitoring. Those are there, but instruction-wise, I think ODLP is pretty limited. It's more on the independent learning. So again, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that support level is going to be very minimal in ODLP compared to OLP. But again, in each cases, we got to think about meeting the faith. That's the most crucial part when we're thinking about any independent learning. Uh, the next, on the same line, we just discussed these topics in there anyway. The timeline that we have and everything in there. I'm gonna move on to like what are the options we have. You know, if team thinks OLP, ODLP is not FAPE, uh, and the option that we have is the in-person learning. Kids can get back to school. The option that we have is, if we are too worried about medical condition, HHI, with doctor authorization or doctor notes that we have, and a student or student family can access online resources. Those are options we have, and informing parents about procedural safeguards. Those are we gotta do anyway. So that's kind of our options in case. As a team, it thinks OLP or ODLP is not fake, but we have to think about meeting the free and appropriate public education. Okay. uh, so in case here's the guidance on completing service grid. If OLP has been established as FAPE for the student with IEP, pause the in-person service in the service grid, create new service grid with location virtual platform. All special education and our uh, related service minutes remain the same. So we're not going to change in minutes. So that's basically what we'll do on the service grid. Uh, Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about our office hours. Okay. Uh, just to support our team, myself, Ali, and Taylor, we're gonna have office hour every Wednesday from 2:30 to 3:30. Okay, and before you come to the office hour, we have like a Google form that we expect you to fill it out with questions, so that we will have time to support you in efficient manner. So we're not wasting the time by any means. Okay, so we'll be there support you, and it's open for our teachers or admin, anyone want to come in, attend, ask questions. We're there. Okay. Let me know if or and please give us feedback. If things anything need to be changed, we'll work on that. The next topic is our transportations and no show. I believe we had 340 in the first week. So 340 kids were on that three no show. So just given looking at overall scenario, we're gonna take our time to find out the reason behind the no show, and then we're not in a hurry. We want to make sure we reach out to each parent and we do our due diligence from our end. So that's we're not going to drop any kids without finding out the reasons, and we are doing anything to support our teams, and it's not acceptable not to have transportation. So we can find out why we had those 340 who were not in. They didn't show up or they didn't receive transportation or whatever was the case. Okay, so we'll work on those and we'll keep you updated on this. Along with this email or the updates, I'm going to send out iSpire informations or iSpire license informations, and that will help out about our interventions program that we have. And there's anything that we have on literacy that will send out on those. Oh, next topic that we have is SpEd team meetings with the school sites. So I'm gonna meet with each school site along with our content specialist, Ali or Taylor, uh, and goal should be just to get to know the team and set the goals for the year, and at least in this way we'll get to know and where things are and review things, and anything that's we need to improve us as a team we'll do as well. So that's going to be the goal, just to get to know more our teams and set up goals as, and then review periodically. That we'll do, and any feedback that you all have, will kind of like take it from you, implement, and go from there. So let us know, and I'll have more details on the emails as well. uh, Thank you so much. I appreciate everything, and appreciate your support, help. First few weeks were wonderful. Thank you again.